See, I told you they had to continue SNAP benefits in one shape, form, or the other. A federal judge out of Boston stated that she would intervene and most likely order the Trump administration to continue SNAP benefits. As per CNN, day 30th of the shutdown, food stamp benefits could halt for millions of Americans this weekend. A federal judge today indicated she will intervene in the fight over the Trump administration's refusal to use emergency funds for the program. Again, like I showed you on yesterday's video, feel free to watch it. It's on the channel's library. Congress already allocated $3 billion towards the program, and the USDA already had a contingency plan in place, memo of which they released this year. So they got the funding. It's all in place. WAPO, a federal judge on Thursday, indicated she would probably order the Trump administration to use reserves to partially fund food assistance for about 42 million Americans in November, potentially delaying a complete cutoff in benefits during the government shutdown. They're getting exactly what they wanted. All of these states, New York, Massachusetts, you name it, calling on states of emergency for the states due to the potential stop of SNAP benefits. They want people on their heels so you can pay attention. Remember, they're making money off of this attention economy. You should be making it as well, which if you explore the option of working with me and picking up the resources that I cover on these videos, we can trade texts so you can get off of this stuff if you're on it. For other people, you know what's up. Federal judge suggests Trump admin could partially fund SNAP. U.S. District Judge Indira Talwani said she planned to issue a ruling later Thursday on Democrats' lawsuit to keep food aid during the shutdown. A federal judge Thursday appeared to lean toward requiring the Trump administration to use emergency funds to at least partially fund food aid for millions of Americans in November. U.S. District Judge Indira Talwani said she planned to issue a ruling later Thursday on whether to grant Democratic state officials' request for a temporary restraining order, TRO, on USDA's decision to halt the flow of nutrition benefits due to the government shutdown. The Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, the nation's largest anti-hunger initiative, served nearly 42 million people, is set to run out of money Saturday if officials don't intervene. They're going to run out of money. The biggest capitalist system known to man. It's hard for me to understand how this isn't an emergency when there's no money and a lot of people need their SNAP benefits. Talwani, an Obama appointee. Democratic attorneys, they wrote the following. Praying for relief, wherefore plaintiff states respectfully request that this court enter judgment in their favor. A declaration that USDA's directive to state SNAP administrators to withhold SNAP benefits issuance files in its October 10th, 2025 letter is contrary to law, arbitrary and capricious. A declaration that USDA's suspension of November 2025 SNAP benefits in its October 25 letter is contrary to law, arbitrary and capricious. So they want the judge to scold them first off with these declarations and an order vacating USDA's directive to plaintiff states to withhold SNAP benefit issuance files in its October 10th, 2025, a preliminary and permanent injunction enjoining defendants from implementing, giving effect to, maintaining, or reinstating under a different name the directives in the October 10th letter or the October 24th letter as to plaintiff states or as to the SNAP benefits administered by the plaintiffs from enforcing the directives in the October 10th or October 24th letters against plaintiffs, included by seeking penalties, a temporary restraining order adjoining defendants from implementing, giving effect, maintaining, or reinstating under a different name the directives in the October letter or the October 24th. In other words, preventing them from issuing another executive order or a directive stating that they plan to stop. Plus, they want money for expenses and reasonable attorney fees. You've probably seen this. The lawsuit comes on behalf of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, California, Arizona, Minnesota, Connecticut, Colorado, Delaware, District of Columbia, State of Hawaii, State of Illinois, Laura Kelly, and a number of other states, 25 in total. Talwani challenged the argument, stating she believed Congress' intention in setting aside emergency funds for the program was to protect the American people. The USDA has a contingency plan. I showed it on yesterday's video. Go ahead and click the link. I'll go ahead and link it up above. They had a contingency plan in place, and Congress set aside, was it $6 billion if I'm not mistaken? Even if Congress agrees on a funding patch for the program, logistical and administrative delays will likely prevent the money from flowing immediately. So they may pause it, again, just keeping you on your heels, because take a look at this. The White House finds 11th hour shutdown workaround to pay troops for now. So they found money out of some accounts that they had in the stash to pay military troops, which they should. Military troops should in no way, shape, form, or fashion be threatened that they will not get paid. They're working for this. So, I mean, and risking their lives for this country. I thank every single one of our service members. I was in the Navy myself. Nonetheless, they're going to pay for this as well, because as I told you on yesterday's video, the holiday shopping season will get into full swing shortly. Look, Taiwan acknowledged Thursday that absent a 100% win. You want to know more of the reasons and the proof why they will back this? Go ahead and watch yesterday's video. Taiwan acknowledged Thursday that absent a 100% win for the plaintiffs, millions of SNAP recipients would lose their benefits on November 1st. So she's already arguing for the defendants. The judge has, or the plaintiffs rather, in this particular case. The judge has handled several high-profile disputes since President Donald Trump. So this is the track record. In April, Taiwan blocked the Trump administration effort to strip more than 500,000 Cuban, Haitian, Nicaraguan, and Venezuelan immigrants. So she's against Trump. And plus, this is something that is also affecting Trump's followers and supporters as well. So it makes perfect sense to fund this at this juncture. This country has not taken the proverbial breast off of people's mouths to the point where people are looking themselves, again, like in these other countries where I told you about yesterday. It's anti-insurgent. They're not trying to have people, they've got Dollar Tree saying that they're boarding up their windows and all that stuff, because there may be a delay, but they're going to come out of their pockets eventually. It's not going to take more than a few days. They'll probably come up with something tomorrow. They even have a bill, bipartisan, provides appropriations for the Department of Agriculture to provide uninterrupted benefits under the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program during any period in which legislation has not been enacted to provide continuing or full year FY 2026 appropriations to USDA. There's already a law, and Congress already appropriated billions of dollars to ensure that this stays funded, regardless of whether the country is in a government shutdown. You want the drop? Watch the video, see the screen right now.